It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. You know, many of us have a lot of memories. A lot of us have shared a lot of moments with our loved ones. We have gathered a lot of things. We have built a lot of bonds and relationships. And sometimes, letting go is the hardest thing ever to do. It's so hard to say goodbye. You know, as I thought about this morning, getting up, some things be on my spirit, y'all. I go back to looking at the man in the mirror. Looking at me, am I willing to let go of my past? Am I willing to let go things? What is holding me back? What's holding me down? Why am I still just holding on to people and things and these memories that are past, and yet not excited for the tomorrows? And then I act like I'm gonna live forever. You know, I challenge each and every one of you all just to listen to that quick song. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, which was not, by the way, original from Boys to Men. It was actually written by Motown, a husband and a wife. I think Perrins is their last name. But I'm waking up this morning and I get up. I have no thing. Some say nothing, but I have no thing. I have no memory here in Africa. I haven't built really strong relationships or anything like that here because I'm in Tanzania. I haven't acquired no stuff and things, and my dad is buried in America. My children who are grown are there in America. I left a lot of stuff and only came with 2 suitcases. One suitcase for equipment, for my cameras, and the other one was for clothing. There are people who reach out to me and ask these questions of leaving and starting anew. It doesn't mean even coming here to Africa. We're talking about in life. And that the fear people have because the memories, the relationships, the stuff that they have acquired along the way. And I get it. And yet deep down inside, they say that they know where they're standing in their todays is not the right place. And when I say place, I'm not necessarily talking about an area, a town, a city, a country, a continent. The right place could be spiritually, mentally, bogged down because of your yesterdays. There are many people out here today who's unable to get past the past. There are many who have a tough time getting past the past. What is it worth to you? Saying goodbye to yesterday. Some of you all may be stuck in relationships that you've held on to and you know it's driving you crazy. Some of you all have built and acquired stuff, things. As you look at it, it's a constant reminder maybe of your achievements. Some of you all have friends and family that you know you've gotten to the end of the road where it comes to, your kids are grown, they're on their own, they're doing for themselves. Mom and dad lived their life. They, are content where they are. And you know that in deep down in your side, you ready to live your life and move forward for the tomorrows. But it's just so hard to say goodbye. I get up in the morning. I roll over, my wife ain't there. My children ain't there knocking on the doors for a visit. The things I've acquired is not in my eyesight. Actually, I'm living in an apartment that's furnished. There is no thing that is mine in here. My memories are still there in my mind because I can regurgitate memories if I so choose. My wife, she would always, tell me that I take a lot of pictures of this or that, this and that. And I would say, I did, right here. I don't have to shuffle through a lot of photos and things like that. I got it stored right here. And so I can always regurgitate memories and different events that has happened in my life. But I want to just encourage those because I'm getting emails from people who have these are the three top things that concerns of people. One is that leaving wherever it is you might be, leaving memories, leaving a location, a place, a relationship. These are all weight. These are weight. The weight of your heart because of a loved one. The weight of the location. The weight of the things that you've acquired. But the one thing people ask when wanting to, let's talk about just the physical relocation, is containers. How much is it going to cost for me to ship my stuff? And my thoughts is, okay, I think you don't think maybe there's furniture here, or maybe you just don't have the means of income to buy something new, I guess, or maybe it's just because it's hard to let go and say goodbye. Only you know. I don't know. But I hear people who have the desire to want to relocate and say one of the things that is in their way is being able to ship their stuff, or can't afford to ship their stuff, and they can't let it go. It's hard to say goodbye. On the physical, saying goodbye to family members. Lord knows we know, man. You grew up, you were birthed, raised, and did your own raising of children, and to say goodbye, that's hard. One of the great things for me when I was able to finally realize that my children are not my children, that I have no ownership over them. I was just an avenue to create and bring forth life for the Creator. It was easy for me now to be able to let go. Nature does it every day. The birds kick out their young out of the nest, and the lions teach them real quick to go and hunt and defend for themselves, and they go out on their own. And fish do it, leave the herds or the groups of fish and go off and start their own. And we see this in the kingdom of nature. And yet we find it so hard, who we call ourselves the superior mind of the universe, to let go of what we think is ours. And so I understand letting go of loved ones and those who are set and stand where they may be, and you have this unction to function, this ideal of wanting to relocate wherever it may be, out of your city, into another state, into an across town. And you feel a sense of dependency to another. It might be those who are dependent upon you. It's hard to say goodbye. Spiritually, there are things in those that we're connected to. There are those who said we have fought many years in America, and they're not letting go. They're going to continue to fight. Excuse me, I had to do that on camera. I had to get that out. But continue to fight. Hard to say goodbye. But I challenge each and every one of you all who has a mental, physical, and a spiritual bog down of weight, yet have an anticipation of a new. You have to ask yourself, what is it worth? Is it worth just living the rest of your life having and knowing that you should have done, move forward, to let go, to begin again? And yet, at the end of your days, when you turn around and look back, did you really live your life? Now, I know it's said that one should live their life for others. And that is true. And yet, we know we're in situations where you living your life hasn't been for others. It's that you have been living your life through others. And so, short message, I'm going to be bringing it all today as they fall in. That this message is hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's challenging for many, but you can do it. My peace is greater than anything that I could ever surrender and give up to. Any stuff, anything. My peace is greater than sitting beside one that I love, knowing that there's better place, days, situations for me. So with that, family, this is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.